Now that we've done our market research, let's start thinking about the angle that our product is going to have. What can you do for people? How can you actually get them results? Because that's what's going to separate your product from the other products that people don't really need. So, if we think about different markets, let's say money, make money online, will your product actually help people make money? Same thing, muscle, weight loss. Will your product, your routine help people lose weight, achieve their goals? Women, if you're in the dating niche, then will your product actually help that guy get the woman of his dreams? And same thing with happiness. Is the NLP psychology product going to make a person happier? So we really want to think from that angle. And then number two, problem solving. What problems does that product solve? All right. Now, if we actually go through some of these other products like Sovereign Man Confidential and we look at it on right here, then we see that Sovereign Man Confidential from Simon Black, of course, it solves a huge problem. There's a lot of people that have money that maybe aren't happy with the situation in the US. They want to diversify, they want a second passport, they want an offshore bank account, investment advice, and it solves a huge problem. Same thing with Mark Anastasi's Laptop Millionaire. A lot of people want a flexible online lifestyle, so they come to Mark to learn how to do that. Same thing with Craig Ballantyne's weight loss. He actually gives you a routine that gets results and solves a real problem. So people are willing to pay for that. Jason Fladley and Rapid Crush, software solutions for marketers to automate their marketing, make them more money. Blue FX, whether it's After Effects templates, there's a lot of videos that you see that are done in After Effects and people actually need this stuff. And one that I want to talk about is leadpages.net. This is one that you might have heard of, but it's a software that people pay upwards to $97 a month in order to create marketing pages that collect email addresses so that they can then follow up and market to them. And the cool thing is there's all of these templates there. It's really easy to use. It's done for you and it solves that problem that people had to do it before in HTML. They had to do it in WordPress and it just took so long and they cut that time by 50, 60, 70%, and people are willing to pay quite a bit of money for that. So start thinking, will your audience actually use this? And the best way to determine that is sometimes you might think that you need this, but in reality, no one wants it. So do surveys. Surveys are huge. And there are different people you can reach out to, friends and family, but sometimes your friends and family, they're a little too positive. They want to support you too much. So the best is to get unbiased advice, and that's on Facebook. If you want to take it a step further, then drive traffic. But I'm going to show you a quick example of how I did that on Facebook for this course. So I actually asked in Udemy Studio. You can join that group too, and you can ask questions. Just real quick, one liner, right? Quick vote. We're working on all of these courses with verifiable proof for all. Which one would you be the most interested in? How I created 2 7-figure online businesses, 140K in 4 days, how to create and launch online products, and then something around Amazon FBA. And as you can see, the number one is how to create an entire 7-figure business. Plus, if we scroll down here, there's all of these comments that give me feedback, what people actually think. Now, be careful when you look at these comments. The reason is because sometimes an individual might write like 3 paragraphs, this whole comment, but that's just one individual. So you have to take different comments with a grain of salt. And the best proof, the best test is the actual numbers right here, 20 versus 8. I can see that and that's quantifiable, whereas I might get too emotional when I read one of the comments. So just be a little careful, but make sure that if you have a product idea, then just come up with a title that kind of summarizes it. Maybe come up with a couple products like I did right there and put them in one of the Facebook groups. It could be even Udemy Studio. See what people think. Do people like it? What feedback do they give you? And then you'll know for sure that you're creating a course, a product, a software, whatever it may be that people are actually going to want and that's going to sell.